And welcome back to the Schlocky Horror Picture Show. Attack of the Giant Leeches is one of the first examples of sweaty science fiction, set in a southern swamp where super-intelligent, by southern standards, leeches snatch up unlucky passers-by, keep them alive in their underwater cave lair, and drain their blood whenever they get thirsty. But it feels like a Russ Meyer movie with horror elements. And there's a damn good reason for that. After some very intensive research of my personal archives, I discovered the July 1959 edition of Playboy magazine featured Yvette Vickers as Playmate of the Month. And who could blame them? And the photos were taken by none other than Russ Meyer. His acquaintance with Yvette prompted him to see Attack of the Giant Leeches, and it was this movie that inspired him to become a filmmaker. And so it begins. He realised sultry films like this, with nudity added and the monsters deleted, could be a lifelong meal ticket. He made his first film, The Immoral Mr. Tease, that very same year, and subsequent films like Lorna, Mudhoney, and Common Law Cabin all have similarities with tonight's movie. Yvette assured me that during the photo session, Russ Meyer was a perfect gentleman. She would definitely qualify as a Russ Meyer character, and Attack of the Giant Leeches is worth seeing for her performance alone. But there are other things going for it as well. It's gruesome, gritty, lurid, creepy, dopey, sleepy, and dark. Anything but bashful. Bernie Kowalski's direction has real noir flair, which is a nice way to say the film print we're screening tonight is really quite dark. He'd been in show business since the age of 5, playing extra parts at Warner Brothers, then learning a lot working for his father, who was an assistant director and production manager. Bernie was already directing television when Gene Corman hired him to direct Hot Car Girl in 1958, and his ability to finish the film on time and under budget earned him a place in the Corman ensemble. Immediately, Roger had him direct The Blood Beast, followed by Attack of the Giant Leeches, which had to be shot in 8 days with a budget of only $70,000. Playing the Leeches were 2 basketball players, Guy Baccola and Russ Sterling, who were given the job on 2 criteria. They were tall enough, and they agreed to make the costumes themselves. Actor Ed Nelson was supposed to make the Leech costumes, but he dropped out at the last minute. Unfortunate, because Nelson was intimately familiar with bloodsuckers, having paid $5,000 to settle a legal dispute with Robert Heinlein over the 1958 rip-off, The Brain Eaters. The exteriors were shot at the Los Angeles Arboretum, which provided the outdoor settings for television's Fantasy Island, as well as many a Tarzan flick. Yvette told me it was quite a hectic and harrowing experience. Co-producer Gene Corman even ended up in the hospital with serious pneumonia as a result of his desire to save a couple of bucks. Many scenes were filmed in and around the water, which meant the camera had to be mounted on a raft. In order to move it, somebody had to get in the water, for which unions demanded extra money, a water rate. And in typical all-expenses-paid style, the Cormans didn't want to pay for it. Director Bernie Kowalski pushed the raft around for the first day. That was enough for him. He begged Gene to pay the extra money. The next day, Gene stripped down, jumped in the water and did it himself, hence pneumonia. After Attack of the Giant Leeches, director Bernie wisely slunk back to television, where he enjoyed success as executive producer on Mission Impossible and Beretta. During the 1970s, he made television movies like Terror in the Sky, Black Noon, and Flight to Holocaust. And then he sold his soul to Satan, aka Glenn A. Larson, to direct episodes of Knight Rider, Airwolf, and the like. A terrible fall for the director of Stiletto, Krakatoa, East of Java, Macho Callahan, and the classic snake movie That's awfully difficult to say without a tongue. So, without any further spitting, let's return to the second explosive half of Attack of the Giant Leeches.